This is my Module 10 reflection. I apologize in advance. I seem to have a bit of a cold, and so I hope you can understand me. I actually work at a school that is very technologically advanced as an aide, and so every classroom has an interactive board, and I absolutely love the use of them, and the teachers are very creative in using them. The boards that are at our school are Mimeo boards, and therefore we also have the Mimeo projectors and the remotes that come with them. Once again, I really enjoy the use of the Mimeo boards. They allow for a lot of interactive learning. One of the tasks that my supervising teacher uses them for is when teaching syllables, is she sets up a syllable sort and allows the students to come up and sort the syllables on the board. I know other teachers that when doing word sorts for spelling or even during indoor recess allow the students to draw and utilize the board. Some also use it for morning work to organize the weather and several different things. They are amazing tools, and due to my experience with the Mimeo interactive board, I would probably just use that as my choice because I do have experience with it and I am comfortable and familiar with the program utilized by it, and I really enjoy that board and everything that is able to be utilized by it or done with it. I apologize. Another thing that I also have experience with were the interactive apps. I have used Kahoot and Seesaw personally. In fact, most of the in-classroom private assignments are sent out via Seesaw. Many teachers use them for morning work again. And in my classroom, I myself use Seesaw for busy work when I need to work one-on-one with a student and need other students that I am currently working with to have something to do. So I am very familiar with that app as well. And as far as Kahoot goes, we use it for test preparation as well as for classroom parties. We allow the students to play the different games or do the trivia games that can be easily found on Kahoot. Between the interactive whiteboard and the interactive apps, if I could only have one in my future classroom, I would probably choose the whiteboard. And that's simply because I love how it gets the students involved and allows them to display their knowledge. I found the article by Scott Fosel and Fark and Peterson quite interesting. When I initially heard the term clicker, I was thinking of the clickers that are used in or you see in college where the professor is just clicking through the slides. After reading, I obviously fixed that knowledge. But I hadn't really ever considered their use in any kind of classroom, even upper education. So reading through the article, it was really interesting to view or to read about their views on it. I was, when initially reading about the students using them, I thought that it would be a good way to get the students involved and allow them to not only display their knowledge and show their answers, but also see what their fellow students said and cause a conversation and a discussion as to why some students thought different answers. I did find it interesting that their results were that regardless of the clicker or not having the clicker, that their scores improved no matter what. And it actually seemed that without the clicker, they improved more. With working with first through third grade students, I am also aware of the fact that if they get something in their hands, a lot of times it becomes a toy very quickly. So I can also see how a clicker might cause more distraction than help, or how it might just become a toy and they would lose focus on the lesson itself. Um, I think that there's kind of a two-sided uh, or a double-edged sword when thinking about using clickers. In my future room, I want to be an elementary school teacher, and second grade is currently the grade that I am most comfortable with. So it would be very similar to the classroom that was in the study. And I'm unsure whether or not it would be worth the risk of them losing focus rather than the chance that their scores might improve. So the use of clickers will be something that I will have to consider in the future, but am currently unsure about. Um, Other than that, most of the things in this module, as I stated, were very familiar to me due to working in a very forward-thinking, technology-wise school. So I was happy that I was already familiar with many of the things in this week's module. And that is all. Thank you so much.